Something has taken the snare. That's not how I left it at all. I've got it, I've got it. It's a hare. It's a hare. That is a decent meal. Happy days. Kazakhs eat hare on a regular basis. They're abundant in this area and therefore they're a good source of food for me. To rise above onto the rooftops of essentially that maze and realise that it did look like a brain. Almost felt like the universe giving me a little clue that I'd been stuck in my head. And I wouldn't necessarily say that the analogy has to stretch, that I'm now in my instinct, but, you know, things do go your way when you come from a more instinctive place, and catching something like this is probably quite a good sign that things are going my way now. Oh, look at that. That is so good. It's succulent, just beautiful chunks of moist meat. It tastes like rabbit from the best restaurant in London.
Because I'm getting pretty hungry. I need to find something for my fishing line to use as bait. So I'm walking along the shore of the river, and there's some dead fish in the area that washed up ashore. Oh, man. Yeah, that's rotten. Some freshwater fish are known to like rotten meat. I'm gonna put this on a fishing line, bait on a stick. And I'm just gonna ease this down so the fish rise in the water. And that's basically it. I guess every once in a while, just sitting here like this, fishing, you know, under the stars, it's not too bad. I'm gonna go check on my fishing line. Hopefully something got the bait. Oh! Catfish! Oh, look at this thing! This thing is huge. I have to say the environment was playing in my favor tonight, so I'm very thankful. Now that I think about Ed, he probably doesn't have one of these. Ha, Ed! Look what I got. So I'll just set the reeds on top of the fire, just like so. Got a piece of meat here, and just lay them on the reed. Yeah, it looks cooked all right. Oh, God, I can't wait for this. Oh, God. Oh, that's so good. Such quality fresh fish. It really is good. Getting out here, yeah, it makes me learn a lot about myself, you know. Normally, I got all the technology, the computers, you know, the cars, anything you want, you can get in a normal average day, right? But out here, all that's taken away from you, and you're forced to live without it. So I think, yeah, I do get to learn a lot about myself.
It's the end of day 3, and I've probably made 20 kilometers today, and I'm not exaggerating. In terms of actual distance that I've covered, I can't help but think I'm in a good place. Day 3 was a very, very good day.
Morning. It's not really that bad, is it, when you can start the day in a survival race with meat this good. My plan today is to take advantage of everything that I've managed to shift yesterday. That good night's sleep, the fire, the renewed energy that I've got. Smash today, make as much distance as possible. And I'm gonna win this race.
The main tracking system is showing that Ed is making really good progress. He's pushing well ahead of Ken. He's been static for a lot longer than I expected. There's all kinds of resources down there, so he could be building a boat, a raft, something like that.
There's the river. I think this is a camel hide. I think this is an area where carcasses have been left for the wolves. Local Kazakhs who've got livestock in the area. They are known to kill carcasses, skin them, and then leave them as lure for wolves. And then obviously when the wolves come, they lay in waiting with rifles and shoot them. Just wondering whether I could make some sort of boat. That river water is flowing fast. If I can use that to propel me, not only will it be a lot easier, but it will be significantly faster. The simplest I can think of is using the animal hides and the reeds, making a donut, stretching hide underneath, and literally flat-bottom boat, making progress down the river. The great thing about these reeds is they're a bit like bamboo, and between the nodes, they've got pockets of air, so essentially they act as little floats. I'm going to make 2 concentric circles. In between the 2 rings, I'm going to lay the rushes, and they're just going to build up until they form a big ring, and then going to lash them together with some of the bark. And fingers crossed, I should have the structure, the rigidity of a boat. I'm going to bundle it all together so that this won't fall apart, make that hide as taut as a drum, flip it over, put it in the water. I've got myself a boat.
In order to build my boat, I'll get a bunch of reeds together, wrap this around, and tie them off. The tough part about this is keeping all the reeds together, and it's got to be lashed correctly for it to be pretty solid. I mean, if it falls apart, I'll be basically swimming downriver for kilometers and kilometers. But basically, I'll sit in the middle, just like so. And I'm gonna have to layer it a little more. The sides will come up a little bit, and I'll have an oar with a double paddle. At least it looks cool. If it falls apart, I'll go for a swim.
I have got Fred Flintstone's boat. I think I was always going to get a slight odour of camel, considering there's quite a lot of rotting camel flesh on this already. But the final thing I need to do is make a paddle, and I've literally cut this Y-pole straight off the tree. And if you think about a duck's foot, ducks have toes, but between the toes they have webbing, and that's what allows them to have propulsion through the water. I just need to cover this in an artificial webbing. So the trousers are going to be sacrificed. That's my paddle. As much as the boat is finished, I've made the decision. I don't want to paddle into the night. There's too many unknowns. And so I'm going to sit it out tonight and just go for it, hell for leather, tomorrow.
Oh, God, it's horrendous. There's no way I can sleep here. Just the proximity to the river. Mosquitoes everywhere. They're in my pants, they're in my shirt. It's gonna be a long night.
That is a meat donut. A meat donut that I'm very proud of. This could be the difference between winning and losing. The question is, will it float with me on it? It's floating, and it's floating well. The water is much more powerful in the center of the channel than it is at the sides, and I'm already starting to pick up speed.
It would appear, looking at the trackers, that Ed is playing Ken at his own game. It seems that he's taken to the river, he's taken to the river early.
Now, these I could definitely use as a paddle. Basically, it'll just be a stick with 2 scapulas on each end. My paddle's coming along nicely. Really nice weight. I think the length is good. This feels sturdy. I'm ready to go. It took me a very long time to build this boat. For all I know, maybe Eddie's still at the canyons, maybe he's at the finish line. I don't know. It was a risk I was willing to take. All right, here we go. I know you can do this. I know you can float. I've not tested it before, but I have faith. I'm floating. I I need to keep the bow above the surface, but it's floating. I'm on the Ely River! My design worked! It's floating! Until I see the sand dunes. The plan is to keep paddling.
The end is most definitely in sight. I can smell it. Well, that might be actually my boat that smells. But Woody smells quite similar to my boat, so it could be him as well.
On the last check, Ken was about 800 meters behind Ed. This is his element, this is his home. Ed's gonna have to work very, very hard to keep ahead of him.
Woo! If the brain-like maze represented me being stuck in my head and my frustrations and conflicts, then going with the flow of this river, it represents not getting angry at stuff, accepting what is, smiling and enjoying it, I think. I can see something on the water. I think that might be Ken.
Is that Ed? I think I see him in the far distance. It's gotta be him. He's ahead of me.
He's making ground on me, which means that he's built a boat which is faster than mine. So I'm gonna go to the edge and I'm gonna try and run the last bit.
I saw Ed get out of his boat. He's walking on land. There's no point of going there. It's a dead end. I could get as close to the sand dunes as possible from the river. I'm gonna park this on the shore and run for it.
You've got Ken on the river using his strength, his area of expertise on the water, paddling away. And you've got Ed up there now who's taken to the land. A lot of these riverbanks have very dense reed beds. That could really slow him down. He needs to have, an exit point straight onto this open sort of plain.
Twice my height and thicker than ever before. Might as well be back in the maze again. If I can climb up this pole, I can potentially see the way out. This goes on for miles. Don't think we can get out that way. Let's go back to the river.
I'm not sure if it's a fork in the river or an island. I think it's just an island I could go around. I think I'm gonna stick with the right. Yeah, it's a risk.
I've had to come back to the river, but my boat has obviously floated off because it's not where it was. Therefore, I've got no option but to walk down the edge of the river. The race is already lost, isn't it?
I need to stretch out the gap between me and Ed. I don't like winning by a few seconds.
There's a path. I'm off the river. I just need to find the sand dune. My mouth is utterly dry. My legs are heavy.
There's a good 8 or 9 kilometers left to go to the sand dunes, which are right over here. And it's about 35, 38 degrees now.
I think I see the sand dunes. Coming up, 12 o'clock. Oh, cramps in my leg.
I can see the sand dune up ahead. It's not far now.
Ed coming in now, he looks absolutely shattered.
It's really frustrating not being able to run full speed. The cramps are killing me. The only thing I could do right now is not stop for anything.
It really is neck and neck at the moment. And I think it comes down to the individual's stamina.
It's not enough to complete the race. You gotta win it to make it count.
For some reason, I can hear my dad's voice inside my head, which is strange because my dad's been dead for 20 years. But I can feel him here. And he said, come on, boy. I can see the car ahead of me on the dune. I don't know if I'm first or not.
Congratulations, mate. How do you think you've done?
I don't know.
Have a look behind you. The 2 specks out there.
Yeah?
That's Ken. Congratulations, pal. You're first man out. Thank you, buddy. Well done, mate. Brilliant effort.
I need some water. I need some water.
Down there.
I think to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat like that, I was just thinking about my family, bizarrely. I was just thinking how much I love them and how much I didn't want to give up. Because I knew I'd lost, because I saw Ken go past me. I just wanted to keep going and not give up. I'm shattered. I'm absolutely shattered. Well, I didn't expect to win. But yeah, you could say that means quite a lot.
Excellent, mate. How do you think you've done?
First man out.
You reckon? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to disappoint you, pal. He's pipped you literally just up the post.
Well done.